The Creation of Softball by Taylor Douglas and Savannah Lalonde.
I am the almighty Mizuno!
Mizuno is the highest god of the world. One day, Mizuno became disinterested with his world and felt he should create humans. He created humans to give his gods and goddesses something to look after and maintain. The humans were created from the clay of the world.
And humans were born!
Hashtag creation of humans. Mizuno was the father of Boomba and Nike. Boomba is the god of power.
999. 1,000. Ugh. I don't know if you just heard, I just said 1,000.
Nike is the god of victory.
Be when you grow up. I don't know. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know. What do you want to be when you grow up? I don't know.
After a while, Mizuno realized that none of the humans were amounting to anything because they had nothing to work towards or become. That is when softball was created.
Hashtag material culture.
Whoever was best at softball was viewed as most powerful and earned respect from everyone in the community. Boomba gave strength to the humans playing softball. When softball players wanted victory, they looked to Nike. Together, Boomba and Nike had two children, Easton and Nakona. Easton was the goddess of hitting, and Nakona was the goddess of fielding. One particular human named Babe was on a mission to become the best softball player the world had ever seen.
Hashtag quest.
We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Finch was Babe's friend who was a very strategic person and helped Babe by providing him with the best game plan.
So, Finch, what's the game plan?
All right, babe, you're gonna chop one, chop two, chop the ball down, and then you're gonna look back at it.
Cemento was always looking for a way to end Babe's softball career. She made a deal with Boomba to take away Babe's power, which made it difficult for Babe to compete.
Listen, Boomba, I need you to get Babe's power. If you do that, you can have all the food in the land for your people.
Got it.
Hashtag sacrifice. Mizuno was on a trip with his son and daughter, Boomba and Nike, when he realized they had absolutely nothing to do. For so long, they had spent their time hanging out, chatting, and occasionally eating.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Hanging out, chatting, eating a little bit.
He didn't know of anything left in the world for them to do, so Mizuno devised a plan to create something for them to do, anything that would fill their time. He felt it was a good idea to give them something to care for and something to look after, thus the creation of humans. He took clay and molded it into two men and two women. Their names were Garrig, Mantle, Bustos, and Abbott. Garrig and Abbott were the parents of Babe.
Wait.
Mantle and Bustos were the parents of Finch.
Hashtag incest.
The four humans were living an extraordinary life. They played all day out in the meadow, running like frenzied animals. Sometimes the humans could be found splashing around in the creeks. Those were the only things for them to do. They had not any cares in the world.
I'm glad I didn't choose you.
I ain't worried about nothing.
Man, I ain't worried about nothing.
Man, I ain't worried about nothing.
Nah.
Food was plentiful considering there weren't many other humans. The weather there was beautiful all day, every day. Shelter was nice, but it wasn't a necessity. It was almost unbelievable how perfect their lives were. There was just one minor problem. The people here had no desire for improvements in their world. They cared nothing about progress because everything was equal. Nobody wanted the responsibility of being in control. And as the population of the world began to increase, rules and laws were needed. That was something Mizuno would provide them with. He had a plan to set the standards for how things would be done in the world. He had been thinking on this for a while.
I have a plan.
He knew there must be something that would spark the humans' interest and would encourage them to compete amongst each other to become better people and a better community as a whole. That's when he created the game of softball.
Babe was one of the most devoted softball players. He knew what it took to become the best. Being the best softball player would lead to a higher social standing for Babe, and that's all he ever wanted. But nothing would stop Cemento from trying to take all of Babe's power. Cemento was always there to intervene. Luckily for Babe, the gods were on his side. Mizuno sent down a bat for Babe. This would give him more power and make him a much better softball player. The bat was the final defeat of Cemento. She realized she no longer had a chance, and finally Babe had reached ultimate superiority.
He's crawling out! Stay there!
What am I doing?
Here, is my hand in it? It was down here? Yeah. Wait. Struggle face!
So Finch.
Wait, we're not.
What do we say?
What are they saying?
It's just like.
Man, I ain't worried about nothing.
I have a plan. I have a plan.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna have to restart that.